Well, the man who once advised the governor on his budget now says Butch Otter's numbers just don't add up. And he's telling lawmakers how they can get more money to schools. Mike Sharp has his plan inside the State House.
Is there a way to boost education funding by a higher percentage, restore funding to health and welfare, and raise state employee salaries all at the same time? According to Mike Ferguson, yes. And he's not alone in supporting his alternative plan.
By not attending to these affairs, we are diminishing our ability to provide essential public services. It's that simple.
As a former chief economist for the governor's office, Mike Ferguson knows the way budgets break down. And he says this year's suggested budget by the governor is lacking. So he's suggesting his own alternative.
This is a way forward that puts a greater emphasis on improving the well-being of the citizens of Idaho.
Ferguson's alternative budget would move what was left over after fiscal year 14 ended instead of adding to the rainy day funds. It would suggest expanding Medicaid and would remove the governor's suggested $30 million in tax relief. In turn, it would mean a bigger increase in funding for health and welfare, pay raises for state employees, and would increase the education budget at a faster rate than the governor's budget. And the alternative got support from across the aisle as well.
A school building was nothing more than a building with four walls and our future inside. What we do with those children and how we educate them ensures that we have a prosperous future. And we aren't doing what we need to in our schools today.
Another supporter of Ferguson, Mike Lanza of Idaho Parents and Teachers Together, says he'll be pushing his group to get the former economist's plan heard.
This represents a different way. It shows a vision for how we can actually put more resources into education. We're not going to break the bank.
Ferguson says he hopes lawmakers at least weigh their options.
This, in my mind, is a no-brainer.
I spoke with budget writers today as well, and while Ferguson isn't a lobbyist and therefore won't be able to push for his alternative budget, those on the committee writing the budget tell me they will be reading his suggestions and considering them as they move forward. Live in studio, I'm Mike Sharp, Today 6 on your side.